Medallion or goulash?
Medaillon.
Oh, I thought you were goulash.
I expect it was my fault.
Oh, I dare say. You were goulash, weren't you, Miss Meacham?
What? Oh, yes, darling, thank you.
And what to follow? Mousse angelic or the turnover?
Which do you think?
Turnover?
Turnover, then.
Well, it was jolly nice to read. Real cordon bleu.
You are?
Think you found a winner for tomorrow, Miss Meacham?
What? Oh, Marston lad is worth a bob or two each way.
Oh, well, I'll bear that in mind. It's hardly the weather for a stroll, Miss Harvey.
I'm afraid not.
Game of cards, perhaps.
Oh, yes. That'd be nice.
Spot on.
They say it'll clear up tomorrow.
Clear up.
The weather.
Oh, well, let's hope so. Fingers crossed. Do beg your pardon. Mea culpa.
Sorry, Mr. Fowler, the goulash is off.
What about the cold pie?
I shouldn't have that. I saw what went into it. If I were you, I'd have this tongue.
All right. Whatever you say.
Ta.
She won't last.
I'm afraid not.
It's disgraceful that the goulash is off and two people not even in yet.
I know.
Was Mr. Malcolm's never on time and really deserves it. Anyway, after those long sessions at the Feathers, I often wonder if he ever knows what he's eating. But the new lady... I mean, my dear, what will she think?
I saw her arrive.
Did you?
Yes, did you?
I was in the lounge, but I didn't, excuse me, think it quite the thing to peer out of the window at her.
I happened to be in the hall.
I met her on the stairs.
Really, dear?
She's called Mrs. Shanklin. She comes from London. She arrived by train. She has 4 suitcases and a hat box, and she's staying 2 weeks.
4 suitcases?
And a hat box.
She was awfully smartly dressed. Nothing flashy, very good taste, but you know what I mean, smart.
Is everything all right, Mrs. Shanklin?
Yes, thank you.
I hope you find your room quite comfortable.
I'm sure I shall.
If you want anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
No, I won't.
Oh, excuse me. Doreen,
Yes, miss?
go upstairs to Mr. Malcolm's room. Tell
I've
him he
been.
is already...
He's not there.
Oh.
You're the new one, aren't you?
Yes.
You're there.
Oh, thank you.
Brown Windsor or the Petit Marmite?
I don't think I'll have any soup, thank you. I'll try the goulash.
Yes, that's right. We've got a portion left. Cook, one goulash.
Well, really.
Oh, Cook said she heard the baby crying.
Oh, blast.
No, I'll go.
No, I'll go.
Trousers at dinner.
I know.
And he never changes either. I wonder Miss Cooper doesn't say something. You'd think they teach them better manners at Oxford.
You would, wouldn't you? My husband was at Oxford.
Yes, I know, dear. You've told me so before. Mine only went to Birmingham because of the wonderful engineering course they have there. He hated it, of course.
Good evening, Mrs. Rosenberg. Good evening, Lady Matheson.
Miss Cooper, did I hear the telephone?
Oh, it wasn't your guest, I'm afraid, Mr. Fowler.
I can't understand Philip not ringing up. I mean, how can he expect to be met at the station when we don't know what train?
It's a little late, Mr. Fowler. There's only one train left from London.
Well, please don't worry about the room. If anything's gone wrong, which I don't believe, mind you, I'll pay for it, I promise you.
It's too bad, Miss Cooper. This is the 3rd time, isn't it?
Oh, I expect he'll turn up. Just forgotten to phone, that's all. You know what these bohemian young people are like.
I I'm beginning to doubt the very existence of Mr. Fowler's famous young painter friend.
Oh, I know he exists. Mr. Fowler showed me an article about him in Picture Post. He was head boy in Mr. Fowler's house at Tunbridge, I gather. Oh, he's so proud of him, Mr. Fowler. It's quite touching to hear him go on.
Well, I think it's a disgrace that he keeps on letting him down like this.
Nonsense.
What, dear?
It's not a disgrace at all. Why should we expect the young to show us any consideration? Seeing us can only remind them of death and old people's diseases. I'm not surprised they stay away.
Getting a little worried about Miss Meacham.
She certainly is getting more unusual every day.
Heaven knows where it will end. Come along, Sybil.
Yes, Mummy.
Do you intend viewing tonight?
Oh, yes. It's dear Gilbert.
$2.
I brought you the turnover. It's better than the other.
Oh. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're in at last. Thank heavens, I thought we were never going to get off. Where have you been? The feathers?
Yes.
Thought so. Goulash is up. You'll have to have medallion.
That's all right.
Brown winter like usual?
Yes.
Good evening.
There we are. Tuck into that. Though I dare say you've had enough liquid tonight already.
Is this coincidence?
Of course.
What are you doing here?
A rest cure.
Oh, why this place of all places?
It was recommended to me.
Who by?
A man I met at a party somewhere.
He didn't tell you I was here.
No. He said something about a journalist called John Malcolm. Is that you?
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course, I see. Your Christian names.
Why, for the love of God, didn't you go to one of the grand hotels?
Oh, what are you having after? Because Cook's got to leave it out. Turnover's best.
That's all right.
Finished your soup?
Yes.
Oh, you haven't touched it.
I couldn't afford a grand hotel.
He pays you alimony, doesn't he?
$7.50 a year, but I don't find it very easy. I'm not getting much work these days.
Thought he was a rich man.
Michael? Oh, no. His antique shop lost a lot of money.
He gets his name in the papers a lot.
Oh, yes, he's quite a social figure. First nights and all that.
How long exactly were you married to him?
3 years and 6 months.
Beating me by 3 months. Oh, I saw the headlines of the case. They were quite juicy. Not as juicy as ours, though. Cruelty again, wasn't it?
Yes.
Did he try to kill you, too?
No.
There we are. Usual veg. You look a bit down in the dumps tonight. Is anything the matter?
No.
That's good. Don't take too long, will you? My friend's waiting.
How did he show his cruelty?
In lots of ways, small ways. He doesn't really like women.
Why did he marry you?
He wanted a wife.
And you wanted a husband? As wide a contrast as possible from your first, I suppose. Still, couldn't you have done a bit better for yourself?
I suppose so. But he was, gentle and kind and made me laugh, and I was fond of him. I thought I could make it work. I was wrong. What's the joke?
Oh, it's a nice poser for a woman's magazine. Girls, which husband would you choose? One who loves you too little or one who loves you too much? Third time lucky, perhaps?
Perhaps.
How long are you staying here?
I booked for 2 weeks.
Right, I'll go to London.
No. If you feel like that, then I'll go to another hotel.
Might be easier.
John, I don't see why we can't
Look,
stay in the
do you think these old women don't notice anything? They spend their whole days gossiping. They already know that I write for the New Outlook under the name of Cato, though how they found that out, I'll never know. Because none of them would sully their dainty fingers by touching a bolshy rag like that.
I read it every week.
Turning left wing in your old age.
My old age.
How old are you now?
8 years older than when I last saw you.
Yeah. You don't look it.
I feel it.
Why didn't you come and see me in prison yourself?
I wanted to. I was stopped.
Who by?
My mother and father.
I suppose they told you I might try and strangle you in front of the warder. Well, I very nearly did strangle your solicitor.
They thought it would be easier for you if I kept away.
A nice, well-bred Christian thought. My dear ex-in-laws. How are they?
My father's dead. My mother lives in a place rather like this in Kensington.
So you'll go tomorrow?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry to have to put you to this inconvenience.
That's all right. John.
What do we do now? Shake hands?
I'm very glad to see you, John.
It may seem boorish of me not to be able to say the same, Anne. But then I am a boor, as you know. In fact, you should have a scar on the side of your head to prove it.
It's gone now.
Gone. After 5 stitches and a week in hospital.
8 years will cure most scars.
Yes, I suppose so. Come on.
Good evening, Miss Malcolm. Did you want something? Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, I've finished. I'm going out.
It's a horrible night, you know. It's starting to pour.
Doesn't matter. Oh. Oh. Oh, you are lucky in cards.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Very entertaining.
And those earrings that Barbara wears, so
Speaking
pretty.
personally, tonight's guest in this series is Sir Roger Williamson, MP.
I want to talk to you tonight as a Tory, an unashamed Tory, because we Tories believe that this country is being led along the wrong path, a path of levelling
Mr.
down
Malcolm.
our country's
I do beg your pardon.
Please close that at once. There's a most
Levelling up
terrible draft.
rather than levelling down. You see,
Yeah.
the socialists are only worried about cutting the national cake into exactly equal size slices. What we're trying to do is increase the size of the cake.
Silly old
The
walrus.
socialists don't seem to realize that every wage increase means a smaller cake for cutting.
Oh, God spare
What we
us.
need
That's
to do-
enough pap for one evening.
I gather you don't agree with what Sir Roger was saying, Mr. Malcolm.
Oh, very well, I don't agree. That's not the point. Why they put a worn-out old lecture like that on television? It's not as if he needed the dough. Poor old Roger.
Do I understand that you are personally acquainted with Sir Roger, Mr. Malcolm?
No, I've never met him.
Then may I ask by what right?
No
you dedicate
right.
your-
I just hear things, that's all.
Some very libelous things, if I may say so.
Yes, the greater the truth, the greater the libel. That's the phrase, isn't it? Well, what did Sir Roger say? Did he mention the go-slow in the docks?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he did. He said that the dock workers seem to have no sense of national responsibility.
He knows nothing about it.
And you do, I suppose.
I ought to. I was a docker myself once.
I am not, if I may say so, at all surprised to hear it.
And I am not surprised that you are not surprised, Mrs. Railton Bell. Oh, I beg your pardon. There's too much whiskey. Keeps the rain out, you know.
I think we should go and leave Mr. Malcolm to sleep it off, if that's the right phrase.
Please, ladies, don't let me drive you away.
Come along, Gladys.
Oh, I left my glasses somewhere.
Here we are, Mrs. Rosenberg. I'm not too late, am I?
Thank you, Miss Cooper, but I'm not having my coffee tonight. Can't you find them, dear?
I'll have one more look in the chair.
Mr. Malcolm, did you come in through the Sun Lounge?
Yes, I did.
You know there's a hotel rule against that.
Oh, I'd forgotten. I'm sorry.
There's mud all over the floor. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go and take your Macintosh off and hang it up in the proper place, please. And wipe your feet.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Has there been a little bother?
This bother is a distinct understatement. Oh, for heaven's sake, hurry up, Gladys. That dreadful man may be back at any
Found
moment.
them. They were underneath the chair.
Well, I can't think why you didn't look there in the first place. Why do they allow people like that to stay in a respectable hotel like this? I don't dare to say.
Are you very drunk?
No.
How many?
Many as I could afford. Wasn't a lot.
Something's the matter, isn't it?
Nothing much.
You want to tell me?
I can't.
All right. So what did you say to the old ladies?
Oh, nothing very much, I suppose. Just a rather sordid little piece of alcoholic self-assertion, that's all. I let them know that I used to work in the docks.
Lord.
And that I knew Roger Williamson. I think I covered that one up, though. I hope I did.
I hope you did, too. Otherwise, old Railton Bell will be onto it like a bloodhound.
Oh, Pat, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I'll cover up for you. You'd better drink your coffee.
Why do I do these things, Pat? I used to know how to behave.
I do them, too, in your place.
Oh, don't over-dramatize me. The world is full of promising young men who, in middle age, haven't fulfilled their promise.
Perhaps things will change. Perhaps they'll give you another chance.
Oh, God, what a field day for the Tory press that would be. John Malcolm Ramsden has decided to stand as Labour independent for his old constituency. It will be remembered that Mr. Ramsden, who was a junior minister in the 1945 administration, went to prison for 6 months on a charge of being drunk and disorderly and of causing grievous bodily harm to his wife. The headline, Jailbird stands again. Oh, thanks. Oh, I'll stay John Malcolm, journalist, middle-aged soak and has-been, and terror of the older lady residents of the Hotel Beauregard, Bournemouth. Yeah.
John, dear, I don't want to know what it is, but let me help you if I can.
You know, Pat, that I love you very sincerely.
Sincerely, that sounds like something a brother might say to a sister.
You have reason enough to know that my feelings for you are more than fraternal.
Maybe.
Oh, Mrs. Shanklin. They told me you'd gone up some time ago.
I had, but not to bed. I was reading.
Did you want something?
No, I just wanted a word with Mr. Malcolm.
Oh, you two have met before, have you?
Yes, a long time ago.
Well, I'll leave you alone then. If you do want anything, I shall be up for quite some time yet.
I didn't want to go away without our saying something to each other, John. I hope you don't mind.
Why should I mind?
Your rushing out of dinner like a whirlwind made it look as if you hated the very sight of me.
The very sight of you, Anne, is perhaps the one thing in this world that I don't hate.
Dear, that's not very nice to hear.
Look, go to bed, Anne, and disappear quietly tomorrow, please.
Let me stay just a little longer. May I sit down?
Is that a way of reminding me of my bad manners, me sitting while you're standing?
You're so bristly. Even bristlier now than you were before. Your manners were always very good.
You used to tick me off about them often enough. I used to hate that.
Why did you marry me then?
Because my love for you at that time was so desperate. My craving for you was so violent that I could deny you nothing. Not even a marriage that every prompting of reason told me would be disastrous.
Why did it so necessarily have to be disastrous?
Oh, because of class, mainly.
Class? Oh, that's nonsense, John. It's just inverted snobbery.
I don't think so. The gulf between Kensington Gore and the whole docks is still fairly wide. Being one of a family of 8, my views on a wife's duties must have been slightly colored by watching my mother sacrifice her health, strength, and comfort to looking after us kids.
Look,
and keeping the old man
as
out
to
of trouble.
children, I made it perfectly clear. You know that.
Oh, yes, you made it perfectly clear, Anne. A famous model mustn't gamble her figure merely for posterity. Oh, I accepted the bargain, and the whole bargain. I've no complaint.
You have, John. You know you have. Your real complaint is the same as it always was, that I didn't love you when we got married. But what other motive could I have had?
You married me because you were frightened. You were going to be 30. You'd suddenly realized that you couldn't spend the rest of your life gazing joyously into the mirror. Because the time would come when what you saw in the mirror would no longer give you joy.
All right, then. So why not a millionaire's wife or a baronet's? Why Mrs. Ramsden?
Oh, because they, the others, couldn't pay the full price.
What price?
Enslavement.
Oh, John, really? If all I'd wanted to do was to make my husband a slave, why should I specially have chosen you and not the others?
Because where would your fun have been in enslaving a man who was already the slave of his own head gardener? Who'd be too well-mannered not to take your headaches at bedtime. It's just headaches at bedtime. Oh, poor dear, bad show. So sorry. Feel better in the morning, I hope. Feeling a bit tired myself. Oh, no. There'd have been no fun in that, but to turn your weapons onto a genuine, live, roaring savage, to goad him into such a frenzy of drink and rage by a locked door that he'd kick it in and hit you with his fist so hard that you knock yourself unconscious against the wall, that must really have been fun.
Goodness, John. How you do go on.
Yes, I do. You must forgive me. It's a foible, perhaps, of disappointed politicians. Besides, I'm rather drunker than usual tonight.
Because of seeing me?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're not.
Same old John. You've left out the most important fact of all, that you're the only person in the world I've ever been really fond of. You notice how tactfully I leave out the word love. May I have a cigarette? Oh, not still those awful cork tip things. I'll have one of mine. Give me my bag. Well, do you dispute that?
I might observe that your fondness for me was sometimes expressed in surprising ways.
Well, I wasn't prepared to be your doormat. I had to fight back sometimes, didn't I?
Yes, I suppose so. It was your choice of weapons that wasn't fair.
Isn't it a principle of war that you always play on your opponent's
A
weakness?
principle of war, not necessarily of marriage.
Marriage is a kind of war.
Aye, it is for you.
Well, for you too, John. For both of us.
The weakness you played on was my love for you.
Mm. You can put it that way if you like. Besides, you and I never could have agreed on that aspect of married life.
No, we could not.
Why are you staring at me?
You know very well why.
Well, don't. It makes me embarrassed. You really think I haven't changed much? To look at, I mean?
Not a bit.
Just a clever make-up, I expect.
I don't think so.
John, if all you'd wanted was an obedient little housefrau for a wife, why on earth didn't you marry one like that manageress I caught you canoodling with a moment ago? That was a canoodle, wasn't it?
Yes, a canoodle is what you would call it.
Why haven't you married her?
Because I'm not in love with her.
Couldn't you, as they say, learn to love her? After all, she's your type.
I still have only one type in this whole world, Anne. The prototype.
I'm glad.
I've no doubt you are. Tell me, does a compliment still give you that little jab in the solar plexus you used to describe to me?
Yes, it does. More so than ever now that I'm 40. There. I've admitted it.
I'd worked it out anyway. Oh, that's nice. Now, from your second.
Yes.
A good taste.
In jewels.
You should have made a go of it with that man. He sounds much more your form. What was wrong? Not enough compliments?
Too many, and none of them meant.
What, no solar plexus?
No. John. I'm in, a bad way, you know.
I'm sorry.
Some of the things you used to tell me might happen to me are happening.
Such as?
Loneliness, for one.
No friends?
Not many. I haven't the gift.
There is no gift. To make people love you is a gift. And you have it.
Had it.
Have it.
I hate being alone. This place gives me the creeps.
Why'd you come here, then?
I suppose I didn't realize what it would be like. God, what a life. I can just see myself in a few years' time at one of those separate tables.
There's nobody on the horizon?
No one I'd want, and, time is slipping. It goes fast.
I haven't found it so these past 8 years.
Poor John. I'm so sorry. But it's such a wonderful fluke, our meeting again like this, that we really shouldn't waste it. We must see some more of each other. I mean, when fate plays a trick like this, it must mean something, mustn't it? Don't send me away tomorrow. Let me stay a little while. I won't be a nuisance, John. I won't. Really, I won't.
You won't be a nuisance.
John.
What? Don't say anything. Not a word. Not now.
I was only going to say that Miss Cooper has been good enough to give me what appears to be a very isolated room. Number 19. Give me one of those horrid cork-tip things. I've run right out of mine. Ooh, what a shaky hand. How do I look? All right?
All right.
Darling John.
Darling Anne.
half an hour.
Mrs. Shanklin?
I'll be waiting.
Mrs. Shanklin, you're wanted on the telephone, a London call.
Oh, where is the telephone?
Well, you can take it on the telephone on the desk. That's her, isn't it?
No?
Mrs. Shanklin. That's the one, isn't it?
Yes.
She looks exactly as you described her. Carved in ice, you said once, I remember.
Did I?
What's going to happen now, John? I see. Well, I always knew you were still in love with her and always would be. You never made any bones about that.
Pat, dearest.
No, you don't have to say anything. I understand. You'll be going away, will you?
I don't know.
Oh, I expect you will. She looks as though she's got some willpower, that girl. If she's taken that much trouble to run you to earth down here, she won't let you go so easily.
She hasn't run me to earth. Her coming here was coincidence.
Coincidence? I see.
See what, damn you?
John, don't knock me about. I'm not her, you know. All right, I'll say it. If it was a coincidence, why is she talking to your editor on the telephone?
What?
His name is Wilder, isn't it?
Yes.
And he knows who you really are, doesn't he? And where you live.
Yes.
And I expect he gets around the West End quite a bit. Cocktail parties and things. Mind you, it could be a different Mr. Wilder. There's one coincidence, why not another?
Thank you so much, Miss Cooper. I'm going to bed now. I've put down a call for 8:30 with hot water and lemon. I hope that's all right.
Quite all right, Mrs.
Good night, then. Good night, Mr. Malcolm.
Stay here, Anne. Pat, you go.
Oh, no, now, John.
It's
wait
gotta be
till the
now.
morning.
Now, leave us alone, please, Pat. If fate plays a trick like this, it must mean something, mustn't it?
Yes, that's what I said.
What did you tell Wilder on the telephone? No, don't bother to lie. I'll quote you, shall I? Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Our little plot's gone off wonderfully well. It was so funny. After one kiss, his hand was shaking so much he could hardly light my cigarette. You'd have died laughing.
Oh, don't be angry, John, please. It's not as if I'd done anything so terrible. I was desperate to see you again, and this was the only way I could think of.
Die, the only way you could think of. You couldn't think of ringing me up or writing me a letter or telling me the truth in there. No, you had to have your conquest. You had to have your unconditional surrender. And if you could do it by lying and cheating, so much the better.
That's not true, John. I know I should have told you, but even now I still have a little pride left.
So have I, Anne. Thank God. So have I. Yes. I can see the makeup now. I can see the little lines there that weren't there before. And very soon there'll be nothing. Nothing.
Why don't you?
Come along then. Come along. Shall we go ickle walkies? Oh, yes, Mummy, he says. I love ickle walkies.
He doesn't say anything of the sort. All he ever appears to say is goo. I'm getting a bit worried.
Don't be silly, darling. What can you expect at 5 months?
It's all this tum-along nonsense. It can lead to arrested development later on.
Oh, what rubbish. Your dad's just a silly Billy. That's what he is. A silly Billy. Oh, give me a proper kiss.
A kiss, but not a tiss.
Hello, Miss Meacham.
Oh, God, he's the Major. Hurry up, darling. If he sees a baby, we're lost. He'll talk about infant welfare in Polynesia or
All
something.
right, come along, Michael Vincent Charles. We'll leave Dad to his funny old book.
If Dad doesn't finish his funny old book, he'll never become a docky-wacky.
Hello, Stratton. Hey, it's going to be a scorcher by the look of it.
Good.
Yes, a real scorcher. Interesting book.
I find it interesting.
Yes, I was a great one for books in my youth, you know. Always reading. Yes, when I was at Sandhurst. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
No, Major. When you were at Sandhurst?
Well, I was going to say that I was a lot like you. Oh, off duty, when all the other young fellas were gallivanting around in the town, I was in my room there or up in the library, cramming away like mad. Military history, great battles of the world. Yes, I did pretty well at Sandhurst.
Did you get the Sword of Honor?
What? No. Came quite close to it, though. Yes, passed out pretty high. Pretty high. Not that it did me much good later on, except that they made me battalion adjutant because I was good at paperwork. Could have been brigade major, as it happens. Oh, well, you know, promotion was always a bit tight in the Black Watch. Oh, should have chosen another regiment, I suppose.
Yes.
Yes, well, go on, my boy, go on. So sorry I talk too much. That's usually the trouble with old retired majors.
Not at all, sir, but I will go, and if you don't mind, few enough opportunities with a baby around.
Yes, of course. Carry on.
Oh, hello, Major.
Ah,
I've just had the most charming letter.
oh, who from? An old flame?
Oh, flame. I haven't got any old flames. I leave that to you galloping majors.
Oh, I did all right once, I must say. You know, in the regiment, they used to call me Bucko Pollock. Regency Buck, you see. Yeah, well, those days are past and gone now. Eheu fugaces, postume.
Eheu fugaces, postume. Didn't they teach you the new pronunciation at Wellington?
No, the old.
When were you there?
Oh, let me see now, it was 1918 I went up.
But our head classics master was an old Wellingtonian, and I remember distinctly.
Oh, well,
telling
maybe
me that
maybe they taught me they knew and I've forgotten it, huh?
Ah, Major. We managed to get your copy of the West Hampshire Weekly News.
Ah.
Joe had to go to 3 places before he could find one.
Thank you so much.
Why all the urgency?
Oh, well, I just wanted to have a look at it. I've never read it, you know. I've been here, what, 4 years?
Well, I'm not surprised. There's never anything in it except parking offences and cattle shares.
Oh, thanks all the same.
Miss Cooper, I've just heard from a former pupil, someone I haven't seen in over 10 years. I'm going to write and ask if you care to come down for a day or two.
Oh, how nice. I'm so glad for you.
Of course, I don't suppose he will come, but I hope there'll be a room vacant if he does.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find somewhere.
Thank you, Miss Cooper, thank you.
Oh, God, you made me jump.
I must speak to him.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Where have you been?
Oh, I don't know. I walked a long way.
You've been out all night.
I spent some time in a shelter. Look, I've got to have some money. I'm broke to the wide. I spent my last week's checking the feathers last night.
How much do you want?
Oh, I don't know, enough to get me on a train and keep me for a day or two. Well, £3 or £4 will do.
You'd better come in here.
Well, can you let me have it, Pat?
You won't need it, John. She's going.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, where is she now?
Upstairs, resting. It's all right. Did you get very wet?
Oh, yes, I suppose so. It's dried off now.
Well, now, sit down, have some breakfast. Your hands are like ice.
Oh, just don't want anything to eat, just some tea.
Yes, all right. Sit down. Now, straighten your tie a bit. Turn your collar down. That's better. Now, you look quite respectable.
Oh, do you want me to clear now?
No, you'd better get Mr. Malcolm some tea.
Okie doke.
Well, that was a fine way to behave. Dashing out and scaring us half to death.
Us?
Oh, yes, she was scared too. I had to stop her ringing the police.
You talked to her then?
Most of the night. She was a bit hysterical and needed quieting. I didn't want to call a doctor.
Pat, did I hurt her?
No. She's as right as rain.
Thank God for that.
I've brought you some digestive biscuits. I know you like them.
Thank you, Dory. Thank you very much. How is she?
A bit shaky. Quieter, though. Did you know she took sedatives?
She never used to.
Well, she takes 3 times the proper dose and takes them during the day.
How long's this been going on?
About a year, I gather.
Damn fool. Why did she do it?
Why do you go to the Feathers? There's not all that much to choose between you, I'd say. All told, it's quite a problem.
Why didn't you tell me this last night?
Because she's what she is. That's why. She'd have had to show you how much she needed you, and that she'd never do. Not her. Not in a million years. And that's why she lied about coming down here. I've got rather a conscience about that, you know. I should never have told you. Just a flash of jealousy, I suppose. I'm sorry.
What time's she going?
Well, she's only waiting now to get some news of you. I was just going to start ringing up the hospitals. She asked me to do that.
I see. Well, you can... I'll just drink this and then I'll go off somewhere. You can give me a ring when she's gone. You can tell her I'm quite all right.
You don't think you might tell her that yourself?
Look, Pat, please don't interfere. Well, don't go back to London and leave me to live out my life in peace.
In peace? What kind of peace are you living in down here?
A kind of peace, anyway.
Is it? Oh, be honest, John. Yes, I know there's your work and your pals down at the Feathers and, well, me. But is it even living?
It'll do.
Thank you for that. Thank you for being honest. When you think of it, it seems really rather a pity that you two ever met, doesn't it?
That's a great pity.
If you hadn't, she'd have been a millionairess. You'd have been Prime Minister. And I'd have married Mr. Hopkins from the bank. And we'd all have been happy. I'm going upstairs now, and I'm going to tell her you're here. If you want to escape, you can. There's the door, street's outside. Down the street, there's the Feathers. It's a bit early, but I've no doubt they'll open for you.
Have you finished?
Not quite, Dory.
Oh, well, make up your mind. I've got to clear. Oh, hello, Mrs. Shankland. You're a bit late for breakfast, I'm afraid. I expect you didn't know. Still, there is some tea left. Or coffee, if you'd rather. And I could get you some digestive biscuits. Is that all right?
Thank you so much. That's very kind. I'll have coffee, please.
Rightio.
John. John.
You'd better sit at your own table. She'll be back in a moment.
Oh, yes. Yes, I will. I'm going this morning, you know.
So I heard.
I won't bother you ever again. I just wanted to say I'm sorry I had to lie to you.
Thank you, Anne.
I am an awful liar. I always have been ever since school. I don't know why, but I'd sooner lie than tell the truth about the simplest things. It was always about my lying that we used to quarrel in the old days. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Oh, John, I don't know what's going to happen to me.
thought you might like some more. I know your appetite. There you are, Mrs. Shankland. Coffee's just coming.
Sorry. Narrow escape. I'm in a rather weak state this morning.
How much does Shanklin pay you, Anne?
I told you, $750. 1,500.
You can't live quite happily on that.
You can be more alone in London than in a place like this, John. Here, at least, you can talk from table to table. In London, it's the phone and usually no answer.
You must give up these drugs, Anne.
She told you.
They won't help you now.
I knew they won't.
Well, chuck them all in the dustbin. They're no good.
I won't do that. I can't. I'm not strong enough, but I'll cut them down if I can.
Well, try.
I will try. I promise.
Anne, when you say you need me, is it me you need, or just my love? Because if it's my love, Anne, you must know by now that you have that. You have that for life.
It's you, John.
Why?
Supposing I'd learned something in the last 8 years.
Not a lesson that can be learned.
But I can still try.
So could I, Anne. So could I. And we both fail.
There are worse risks, aren't there? I'm an awful coward. I've never been able to face anything alone. The blitzes in the war, being ill, all this. No, I just can't face getting old.
You realize, don't you, that we haven't got much hope together?
Have we all that much apart?
Well, there's a little pub I know a few miles away on top of the cliffs. I go there for lunch sometimes, when I've got the money.
I can lend you a couple of pounds, if that's enough.
Ah, that'll be fine. Pretty dull stuff.
What?
This paper. Don't suppose it's much read, is it?
Oh, only by the locals, I suppose.
Yes.
Farmers, estate agents, those sort of people.
Never seen anyone in the hotel reading it. Have you?
Oh, yes. Mrs. Ransome Bell takes it every week.
Oh. Funny, whatever for?
I don't know, I'm sure. There's not much goes on in the world, even in West Hampshire, that she likes to miss, and she can afford fourpence for the information, I suppose.
Yes, I suppose so. It's funny, I've never seen her reading it.
Oh, she gets lots of things sent in to her that she never reads. Most of the stuff on that table over there is hers.
Yes, yes, I know. Well, she'd have had hers this morning then, I suppose.
Yes, I suppose so.
Oh, dash it all, here I've spent fourpence for nothing. I could have borrowed hers, couldn't I?
Oh, Major.
Huh?
I know you don't like venison, so I've ordered you a chop for lunch tomorrow, but I must ask you to be discreet about it, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course, Miss Cooper. Thank you so much.
That's what you meant. You should have said so, dear. I think you should learn to express yourself a little better. Good morning, Major.
Morning, Mrs. Railton Bell. Morning, Miss R.B.
Major?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was just glancing through your West Hampshire Weekly News. Wonder if you mind if I borrowed it for a few moments? Something in it I want to see.
Very well, Major. Only please return it.
Oh, of course.
Major? Here's another copy.
Of the West Hampshire Weekly News?
Yes.
Well, dash it all.
It was over here, on the chair.
Oh, well, it must be one of the casuals.
You'd better take it anyway, and leave me mine.
You don't think that whoever owns it might...
If it's been left on the chair, Major, it's plainly been read. I'd like mine back, if you don't mind, please.
Right. I'll just put it back with the others. Just go out for a stroll.
Major Pollock, you don't happen to want company, do you?
Oh,
Well, I haven't had my walk yet.
well, Miss Bill, that's a very nice suggestion and all that, but, matter of fact, you see, I'm going to call on a friend. And,
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm the one who's sorry. Well, cheery bye.
I wish he wouldn't use that revolting expression. It's so common. But then he is common.
Oh, no, Mummy. Do you think so? He was in a very good regiment.
You can be in the Horse Guards, dear, and still be common. Sybil, my dearest, do you mind awfully if your tactless old mother whispers something in your ear?
No.
I didn't think it was terribly wise of you to lay yourself open to that snub just now.
It wasn't a snub, Mummy. I'm sure he really was going to see a friend. Well, I often do go for walks with the Major.
I know you do, dear. What is more, quite a lot of people have noticed it.
You don't mean... You can't mean... Oh, no. How can people be so awful?
It's not being particularly awful when an unattached girl is noticed constantly seeking the company of an older, attractive man.
They think I chase him, is that it? They think... Oh, no, it's awful. It is.
Now, quieten yourself, my dear. Don't get into one of your states.
It's all right, Mummy. I'm not in a state. It's just so dreadful that people should believe such a thing is even possible.
I know, dear, I know. We'll have a coffee in a moment, shall we? A nice cup of coffee. Hand me that newspaper, would you, dear?
Which one?
The West Hampshire News. I want to see what the Major was so interested in. Oh, dear. I've gone and left my glasses and book in the shelter at the end of Ragusa Road. I do hope they've not been stolen. I expect they're bound to be.
I'll go and look for them, shall I?
Oh, would you, dear? That really is so kind. I hate you to fetch and carry for me like this, as you know, but my old legs are just a wee bit tired. It was the far end of the shelter, facing the sea.
Yes, I know.
Hello, dear. Had a nice walk.
Gladys,
Yes.
have you got your glasses?
Yes, I think so. Yes, they're here.
Read this out to me.
Lorry driver loses license.
No. Ex-officer bound over.
Oh, yes. Ex-officer bound over. Offence in cinema. Oh, dear, do we really want to hear that?
Yes, we do. Go on.
On Thursday last, before the Bournemouth magistrates, David Angus Pollock, 55, giving his address as the Beauregard Hotel... Major Pollock?
Go on.
Pleaded guilty to a charge of insulting behaviour in a Bournemouth cinema on the complaint of a Mrs. Osborne, 43, of 4 Studland Road. Oh, he must have been drinking.
He's a teetotaler.
Perhaps just that one evening.
No. Read on.
Mrs. Osborne, giving evidence, stated that Pollock, sitting next to her, persistently nudged her in the arm and later attempted to take other liberties. She subsequently vacated her seat and complained to an usherette. Inspector Franklin, giving evidence, said that in response to a telephone call from the cinema manager, Pollock had been kept under observation by police officers from 3:53 p.m. until 7:10 p.m., by which time he had been observed to change his seat no less than 5 times, always choosing a seat next to a female person. There had, he admitted, been no further complaints, but that was not unusual in cases of this kind. On leaving the cinema, Pollock was arrested, and after being charged and cautioned, stated, "You have made a terrible mistake. You have the wrong man. I was only in the place for half an hour. I am a colonel in the Scots Guards." Later, he made a statement. Appearing for the defendant, Mr. William Crowther, solicitor, stated that his client had had a momentary aberration. He was extremely sorry and ashamed of himself and would undertake never to behave in so stupid and improper a manner in future. He asked that his client's blameless record should be taken into account. He had enlisted in the army in 1925 and in 1939 was granted a commission as second lieutenant in the Royal Army Service Corps.
Any more?
The defendant was not called. The chairman of the bench, giving judgment, said, "You have behaved disgustingly, but because this appears to be your first offence, we propose to deal leniently with you." The defendant was bound over for 12 months.
Oh, dear. Thursday. It must have happened on Wednesday. Do you remember? He missed dinner that night.
Did he? Oh, yes, he did.
On the Thursday, he was terribly nervous and depressed. I remember now. And then on the Friday, suddenly, as bright as a button. Of course. He must have read the papers next day and thought he'd got away with it. What a stroke of luck I have this weekly one sent to me.
Was it luck, dear?
Of course it's luck, otherwise we should never have known.
Wouldn't that have been better?
Gladys, what are you saying? If there's a liar and a fraudulent crook and a... I can't bring myself to say it. Wandering around among us, unsuspected, it could lead to the most terrible repercussions.
Well, dear, he has been wandering around among us for nearly 4 years, and there have been no repercussions yet. Perhaps we're too old.
I have a daughter, you know.
Sybil. Poor Sybil. She's such a friend of his.
Exactly.
Maud, I know it's not my business. I know you have a right as a mother to look after your child. I do see that. But she's such a strange girl, so shy and so different and so ungrown up.
Oh, come to the point, Gladys.
Very well. It's this. I don't think you ought to tell her.
Not tell her?
Not all, not the details. Oh, say he's a fraud if you like, but not, oh, please, Maud, not about the cinema. Oh, dear, I don't know how I shall ever look him in the face again.
You won't have to, dear. I'm going to see Miss Cooper now and insist that he leaves this hotel forthwith.
Oh, Maud, do you think you should? Miss Cooper is so independent and sometimes quite stubborn. She might not agree.
Of course she'll agree. She has to agree if we all insist.
We don't all insist. I mean, it's only the two of us. Don't you think we ought to consult the others?
An excellent idea, Gladys. You round them up.
Oh, I do hate this tale-telling.
The tale is told already, Gladys, to the world.
Strictly speaking, dear, only to West Hampshire.
Now, don't quibble, Gladys. Miss Meacham's in the garden. I don't think we need bother about Miss Meacham. Ah, here comes Sybil. You round up the others.
Maud, you will think about what I said.
Yes, of course. Go on. You found them, did you, darling? Clever girl. Sybil, dear. I think you'd better go to your room, if you don't mind.
Why, Mummy?
We're holding a meeting of the regulars down here to discuss a very urgent matter that has just cropped up.
Oh, but how exciting. Can't I stay? After all, I'm a regular, too.
Yes, I know you are, dear. But I don't think the subject of the meeting would be quite suitable for you.
Why, Mummy? What is it?
Oh, dear, you're so inquisitive. Very well. I'll tell you this much. But only this much. We are going to discuss whether or not we think Miss Cooper should be told to ask Major Pollock to leave this hotel at once and never come back.
What? But I don't understand. Why, Mummy? Mummy, tell me why.
I can't tell you, dear. It might upset you too much.
I must know, Mummy, I must. What has he done?
You really insist that I should tell you?
Yes, I do.
Even after my strong warning?
Yes.
Very well. I have no option, I suppose. Read that. Middle column, halfway down. Ex-officer bound over.
Oh, good. Would you come what is it, Mrs. Railton Bell? I can only stay a moment. I must get back to the baby house.
I won't keep you long, I promise you. Would you take a seat, please? Ah, Mr. Fowler, good. Would you take a seat and then we can begin?
What about Mr. Malcolm?
I saw him go off with that new lady. What's
Mrs.
her name?
Shanklin.
Don't let's waste time, Gladys, please.
Is the baby all right?
Yes, I put him...
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I have some very grave news for you all.
The boiler's gone wrong again.
No, I only wish it were something so trivial.
I don't consider shaving in cold brown water trivial.
Please, Mr. Stratton.
They're raising the prices again?
No, my news is graver than that, even.
I don't know what could be graver than that.
Look, do we have to play 20 questions? Can't you just tell us what it is?
My hesitation is only because the matter is so painful and so embarrassing for me. I found it difficult to choose my words. However, if you want it boldly, you shall have it. Major Pollock, who is not a major at all, but a lieutenant, promoted from the ranks in the RASC.
No, you don't say. I always knew that Sandhurst and the Black Watch was a phony. Didn't I say so, Jean?
Yes, you did. But I said so first. That night he made the boob about serviettes.
I must admit I've always slightly suspected the public school education. Why, only today...
Please, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the point. He was found guilty.
Pleaded guilty.
He was found or pleaded guilty. I really don't see that it matters which. To behaving insultingly to no less than 6 respectable women in a Bournemouth cinema.
Oh, how awful.
Good God, what a performance.
I must correct that, Maud. I must. We only know that one of the women was respectable, the one who complained. And her behaviour was very odd. Why didn't she say straight out to the Major, I do wish you'd stop doing whatever it is you are doing? That's what I would have done. And as to the other 5, we know nothing at all. We don't even know that he nudged them or anything.
Of course we know he nudged them. He was in that cinema for an immoral purpose. He admitted it. And he was seen to change his seat 5 times, always choosing one next to female persons.
That could make 10 nudges, really, couldn't it? I mean, if you had the chance of using both elbows.
11, counting the original one, or 12, supposing he did.
Really, we seem to be losing the essential point in a welter of triviality. The point is, surely, that the Major, the so-called Major, has pleaded guilty to a criminal offence of a disgusting nature. And I want to know what action we regular residents propose to take.
What action do you propose, Mrs. Railton Bell?
I propose, on your behalf, to go to Miss Cooper and demand that he leaves this hotel forthwith.
No.
You disagree, Mr. Stratton?
Yes, I do. Please don't think I'm making light of this business, Mrs. Railton Bell. To me, what he's done seems ugly and repulsive. I'm just saying that my dislike of the Major's offence is emotional and not logical. Apart from possibly slightly bruising the arm of a certain lady whose motives in complaining, I agree with Lady Matheson, are extremely questionable. I really can't see that he's done anything to justify us chucking him out in the street.
Well, I think people who behave like that are a public menace and deserve everything they get.
That's a bit strong, Jean.
Supposing next time we had a daughter.
I know. And supposing in 20 or 30 years' time she sits next to a Major Pollock in a cinema.
Exactly. It's not funny, Charles. How would you feel?
Very ashamed of her if she didn't use her elbow back very hard and in the right place.
Charles, why must you always be flippant? Can't you see
Jean,
this
you're
is
taking the whole
serious?
business far. It's not at all serious. You're treating them as if they're a criminal. Don't you understand that he's in need of psychiatric treatment? You can't go around... Your attitude is positively feudal, Jean.
See why
Honestly,
you
really...
This is not a private argument between the two of you. I take it, Mr. Stratton, that you are against any action in this matter. Of any kind at all.
I might give him a reproving glance at dinner.
You, Mrs. Stratton, I gather, agree with me that I should see Miss Cooper.
Yes.
Book burner.
What's book burning got to do with it?
A lot.
Quiet, please. Mr. Fowler, what do you think?
Well, it's difficult, very difficult. I can't say I see it like Stratton. That's the modern viewpoint. I know nothing is really wrong that doesn't do actual and accessible harm to another human being. But tolerance is not necessarily a good, you know. Tolerance of evil may itself be an evil. After all, it was Aristotle, wasn't it?
Oh,
who said...
really? You've all gone on far too long about it. And when you start quoting Aristotle, well, personally, I'm going to my room.
You heard, Miss Meacham.
I couldn't help hearing. I didn't want to. I was doing my system. And you've got to concentrate like Billy-O.
Well, since you know the facts, I suppose we had better canvass your opinion. What is it?
I haven't any.
You must have some opinion.
Well, my views on Major Pollock have always been that he's a crashing old bore and a wicked old fraud. Now I hear he's a dirty old man, too. I'm not at all surprised. And between these four walls, I don't give a damn.
Sad. Very sad. I take it, Mr. Fowler, that you are on the side of action.
Well, I once had to recommend a boy for expulsion. Only once in the whole of the 15 years I was a housemaster. I was deeply unhappy about it, deeply, and yet events proved me right. He was no good. He became a thief and a blackmailer. Poor boy. He had a way with him.
Are you in favor of action, Mr. Fowler?
Yes, I suppose so. Yes, I am.
And you, Gladys? Don't make a speech like the others, dear. Just say yes or no.
Oh, dear.
Oh, for heaven's sake, make up your mind, Gladys. Are you on the side of Mr. Stratton and his defense of vice? Or are you on the side of Christian virtues, like Mr. Fowler, Mrs. Stratton, and myself?
I've never in my life heard a question so disgracefully begged. Senator McCarthy could use your talents, Mrs. Railton Bell.
Will you keep quiet? Well, Gladys, what is it to be?
Well, of course I am on your side, but... Oh, dear.
Well, Mr. Stratton, apart from Miss Meacham, who might be said to be neutral, the count now appears to be 5-1 against you.
5-1?
My daughter, of course, agrees with me.
How do you know?
I know her feelings in this matter.
Maybe hear them from herself? Miss Railton Bell? Miss Railton Bell, could we have your views?
Mr. Stratton is asking you a question, dear.
Yes, Mummy?
Could we hear your views?
My views?
On Major Pollock, what action should we take? It's the shock. You know what you just read in the papers, dear. What did you think of it?
It made me sick.
Of course it did. That's how we all feel.
It made me sick. It made me sick. It made me sick. It made me sick!
Yes, it's all right. It's all right. Of course.
I do feel very well.
Of course, dear. Now try to forget the whole nasty business.
She should never have been told like that. Such a mistake.
I agree. If that girl doesn't end up as a mental case, it won't be the fault of her mother.
It was your fault for asking her views.
I had an idiotic but well-meaning hope that I might get her just this once in the whole of her life. to disagree publicly with her mother. It might save her soul if she did.
I'm so sorry. He was terribly rude.
No, dear. Just upset, I suppose, like all of us.
Most distressing.
Oh, she's quite all right now. She always recovers very quickly from these little states. Now, shall we all go and see Miss Cooper in a body? Or would you rather I acted as your spokesman?
Oh, no.
I don't think a deputation is a good idea.
You be our spokesman.
Very well. I hope you all understand. It's a duty I hardly relish.
What a dreadful affair. Why did it have to happen to us?
Miss Arby, how's the world with you?
Were you looking for Mummy's paper?
No, of course not. I've got the other copy.
Don't pretend any more, please. She's read it, you see.
Oh. Did she show it to you?
Yes.
Oh.
And to all the others.
Miss Cooper, too?
Mummy's gone to tell her.
Well, that's it then, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
Why do some people drink too much and some people smoke 50 cigarettes a day? Because they can't stop it, I suppose.
Then this wasn't the first time?
No.
It's horrible.
Yes, of course it is. I'm not trying to defend it. You wouldn't guess, I know, but all my life I've been scared to death of women. Well, of everyone, I suppose, in a way, but mostly of women. I had a bad time at school. Which wasn't Wellington, of course. It was the council school. Boys hate other boys to be timid and shy, so they gave it to me good and proper. My father despised me, too. He made me join the army. He was a sergeant major in the Black Watch. But I was always a bitter disappointment to him. He died before I got my commission. I only got that, too, by a wangle. It wasn't difficult at the beginning of the war. But it meant everything to me just the same. Being saluted, being called sir. Well, I'm someone now, I thought. A real person. Well, maybe some woman might even... It didn't work. Never has worked. Oh, I'm made in a certain way, you see, and I can't change it. It has to be strangers, and in the dark.
Stop.
Because...
Stop. I don't want to hear it. It makes me ill.
Yes, of course. I should have thought of that. It was just that you asked me about why I did such things, and I wanted to talk to someone about it. I never have, you see, not in the whole of my life. I'm sorry to upset you of all people.
Why me so especially? Why not the others?
Oh, I don't give a hang about the others. They'll all take it in their various ways, I suppose, but to them it'll be nothing more than another piece of gossip to snort or snigger over. It'll be different for you, Sybil. That makes me unhappy.
It's It's the first time you've ever called me Sybil.
Is it? Well, there doesn't seem much point in all that Miss R.B. nonsense now, does there?
What makes me so different from the others?
Well, you're being so scared of, well, what should we call it, Life. Oh, you and I are awfully alike, you know. And maybe that's why we've drifted so much together in this place.
How can you say we're alike? I don't...
No, of course not, no. You're not even tempted. Never will be. You're very lucky. No, all I meant was that, well, you and I were both so frightened of people, and yet somehow we've managed to forget our fright when we've been in each other's company. Speaking for myself, I'm grateful. Always will be. I'm going away. You needn't worry about that.
What are you doing?
I'm getting my things together. You seen a tobacco pouch anywhere?
It's here.
Huh? Oh. Old Wellingtonian colours.
Why have you told so many awful lies?
Because I don't like myself as I am, I suppose. So I've had to invent another person. Not so harmful, really. Oh, most people have daydreams. Mine have just gone a little bit further than most, that's all. So quite often I've managed to believe in the Major myself.
Where will you go?
Oh, I don't know. There's a chap in London might put me up for a day or two. Only I don't so awfully want to go there.
Why not?
Oh, it's rather a case of birds of a feather, you see.
Don't go to him. You mustn't.
Well, I don't know where else.
Another hotel.
Well, it can't be in Bournemouth or anywhere near here. It'd have to be London, and I don't know anywhere in town I can afford.
I'll lend you some money.
You certainly won't, Sybil.
I will. I have some savings certificates. You can have those. I can get more.
No, Sybil, no, please.
Well, you'll go to this man.
No, I won't. I'll find somewhere
Where?
else. Well, I'll be all right.
Ah, Major. Can I see you for a moment, please?
Yes, I know what you have to say. I'm leaving at once.
I see. That's your own choice, is it?
Of course.
Because I would like to make it perfectly clear that there is no question of my requiring you to leave this hotel. If you want to stay on here, you're perfectly at liberty to do so.
Oh, it's very good of you, of course, Miss Cooper, but of course I must go.
Yes, well, I quite understand that you would want to. I shan't charge you the usual week's notice. When will you be leaving? Before dinner?
Oh, of course.
Would you like me to find someplace for you to stay until you can get settled?
Oh, I can hardly expect that, Miss Cooper.
There are 2 hotels in London run by the Beauregard Group. One is in West Kensington and the other is in St. John's Wood. They're both about the same price. Which would you prefer?
Oh, West Kensington, I think.
Number's here somewhere. Yes, this is it. Would you like me to phone for you?
I think I'd better make the phone call myself. In case of further trouble, I don't want to involve you more than I need. Oh, may I make the phone call from your office?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you so much. I'll pay for the call, of course.
You can have your meal upstairs if you would rather.
Thank you.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
No, not now. I feel well, thank you. He's going. That's good. I despise him.
Do you? I wonder if you should.
Of course I should. It's not the first time. He admits that.
No, I didn't think it was. Sybil,
Why is everyone calling me Sybil this morning? Please don't. You'll only make me cry.
Oh, I don't mean to do that. I just mean to help you. That's better. Much better.
says we're alike, he and I.
Does he?
He says we're both afraid of people and life and sex. What's the matter with me? I'm a freak, aren't I?
If you mean you're different from other people, then I suppose you're a freak. But then, all human beings are different from each other, aren't they? It would be a dull world if they weren't. Tell me, when did your father die?
When I was 7.
Did you go to school?
No, I was too delicate. I had a governess some of the time, but most of the time Mummy taught me herself.
I see. And you've never really been away from her, have you?
No. Only when I had a job for a bit. I was a sales girl in a big London shop. I sold lampshades. I got ill, though, and I had to leave.
Oh, what bad luck. Well, you must try again, mustn't you?
I don't know how.
Oh, just by running off and getting a job on your own. That's how. Well, I have my menus to do.
Do you think he'll be all right?
The Major? I don't know. I hope so.
In spite of what he's done, I don't want anything bad to happen to him. He told me just now he'd always be grateful to me for making him forget how frightened he was of people.
He's helped you too, hasn't he?
Yes.
Well, he's going to a new hotel in London. I hope he'll find a friend there.
So do I. Very much.
Well, it's all right. I fixed it. You'll be pleased to hear that I said Mr. Pollock, and I didn't mention your name or this hotel. Well, I must get along and pack. Goodbye, Sybil.
Goodbye. God bless you.
Very upset. She's an odd one. Almost a case. She's a child's mind and scarcely makes sense sometimes, but yet she means a lot to me.
I think you mean a lot to her, too.
Oh, I did, I think, not anymore. It was the gallant ex-soldier she was fond of, not a... I told her the whole story about myself. I thought it right. Well, maybe it'll help her to understand the whole thing a bit better someday. But I'm afraid she'll never get over it.
No, I don't suppose she will.
Oh, well, I'm just going to move on.
What train are you catching?
The 6:45.
Oh, well, that gives you plenty of time to pack.
Oh, I've got a tremendous lot of packing to do. 4 years. Hellish business. I'm dreading the first few days in the new place. I'm afraid out of sheer terror I'll be forced to take refuge in all that major stuff again.
Well, try not to.
I'll try. I'll try, all right.
Why don't you stay?
The hotel, you mean?
Well, you say you dread the new place.
Oh, I dread this one a damn sight more now.
Yes. Yes, I expect you do. But here, there would be no more major stuff, would there?
Oh, you're thinking of her, too, of course, aren't you?
Yes.
But reinstate the gallant ex-soldier in her eyes?
That's right.
Make her feel that she's helped me find my soul and all that?
Yes.
There's not a hope. Not a hope in the whole wide, blinking world. Oh, I know my form, you see.
I wonder if you do.
I do. I do indeed. Well, thanks for trying.
glasses? I can see perfectly well without.
Were you the fricassee or the Cambridge steak?
What? Oh, it doesn't matter. They're both uneatable.
Well, what about the cold chicken then?
Cold chicken? We haven't had the hot yet.
If I were you, I'd have the fricassee. It's all right. It's rabbit.
Fricassee, then.
Is there any cheese?
No, cheese is off.
Never any cheese.
Gladys, dear, I believe there's a new game on television tonight.
Oh, yes, I read about it in the Radio Times. It sounds very fascinating. I shall see it next week.
Why not tonight, dear?
I'm feeling so tired. I think I shall go to bed immediately after dinner.
Oh, yes, of course. What a nerve-wracking day it's been, hasn't it? I feel utterly shattered myself. Thank heavens, it's all over and done with now. Pass the mustard, dear.
Why can't they cook real
Mabel, number 17. You said he was out.
Well, that's what I was told. Here. I thought he was leaving before dinner.
I'm sorry, Major. There's been a muddle. I'll lay your table right away. Now then, what would you like? Fricassee's nice. Soup first?
No, thank you.
There we are. All cosy now.
Good evening, Major.
Good evening.
Clouding over a bit, isn't it? I'm afraid we may get more rain later.
Yes, I'm afraid we may.
Oh, we need it. Hard-going's murder on the form. Well, you know Newmarket, don't you, Major?
No, I don't.
But I remember your saying that you... Oh, I see. Well, anyway, it's a very tricky course in hard going. But if they get some rain up there by tomorrow, I may be able to give you a winner for Tuesday.
Good evening, Mrs. Weldon Bell. Good evening, Lady Matheson. Good evening, Mr. Pollock. I hear they didn't lay your table tonight. I'm so sorry.
That's quite all right.
I recommend the fricassee. It's really awfully good.
I've ordered that.
Good. I'm so glad.
It's very cold in here suddenly, don't you think so, dear? No. I think I'll turn my chair round a bit and get out of the draught.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hampshire did pretty well today, did you see? 380 odd for 5.
Oh, that's very good.
Yes, I wish they had more bowling. Well, good night.
I should try the apple charlotte if I were you. It's really delicious.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'll have that.
Come, Sybil.
I haven't finished yet, Mummy.
It doesn't matter, dear. Come into the lounge.
No, Mummy.
Sybil, come with me at once.
No, Mummy. I'm going to stay here and finish my dinner. There's a new moon tonight. We must all go and look for it afterwards.
Yes, we must.
Sorry it's been so long. You're a bit late, you see.
All right, Doreen, my fault.
Well, What's the matter with you tonight? You always say mea culpa.
Oh, do I? Well, it means the same thing, doesn't it?
Oh, I suppose so. Now then, what about breakfast?
Breakfast?
Cook got it wrong about your going, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
That's good. Breakfast usual time, then?
Yes, Doreen. Breakfast usual time.